It's about belief, it's about solving, and of course, bringing about solutions as well. That means you need to be as creative as possible. Every problem turned into a solution. It is the way, and of course, you find it right on Transformational Surge. As the journey is set, and of course, you'll be part of it, we'll be more than glad to hear from you and share your comments, and of course, give that like as well. On the other side, I'll be joined in by Dr. Maureen, Nenechi, as well as a coach, Inonge, Imbula as well. But the conversation is around mindset before money. Has it ever struck your mind? Have you ever thought about those beliefs that you have been thinking about money as an entrepreneur and how you are going to thrive in a competitive world? Join me on the other side as we dive into the conversation around mindset before money. Transformational Surge. It is where a place you get obviously all the information relating to the business world as well. On my right is Miss Inonge Imbula, and on my left is Dr. Maureen Nenechi. I should say, is it welcome? Is it? You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Moses. I'm uber excited to be here.
Great. It's like, oh, you missed this episode, or you don't want to just obviously not let go to give out information as well. That is always on mindset before money, the inner work of entrepreneurship. Now, I was thinking, what just crossed my mind is belief, attitude. I don't know what you're thinking about this.
Mindset?
Wow. Before money?
Mindset before money.
Yes.
Your eye view of the world? Or the eye view that you have towards money?
Yeah.
What's your eye view on money? Yeah, so when you talk about mindsets, really, it's we are talking about how people view the world, the lens that you use to view the world. What is your perspective? And your perspective is informed by your mindset.
Yeah.
And what does the mindset comprise of? Of course, belief. So you are right. You can't talk about mindsets without talking about beliefs, because what informs or what forms mindsets is mainly beliefs.
Because, you know, your mindset acts as a ceiling to how far you can go. So if you are the type that is still thinking or based on a scarcity mindset, that means whatever you're going to be doing is going to be mediocre. So indeed, it's mindset before money. So you work on yourself. What kind of a mindset do I have? Do I have an abundance mindset? Do I have a scarcity mindset? Even before you like put targets on your money or anything like that. Mindset is key, actually, Moses.
Yes, indeed. You just raised a word that has got huge interest on my side. Scarcity. So scarcity sometimes obviously is not just lack, but sometimes we get to be scared of not to have enough.
Okay.
So I find it very interesting, especially when you marry it with mindset and before money. And this is something that every time when you think about money, you'll be like, I will not have enough. I will not have enough customers. I will not have enough opportunities.
Yeah, so just like Inonge said it, right? She's saying that it's how you are viewing the money. How do you look at it? What is your lens?
Yeah.
You know, you could be looking at money, okay, using a magnifying glass, or you could use it, you know, you could be looking at money using a, you know, this microscopic eye. Yeah. So, you know, microscopic, it means it's small. But magnifying glass, it magnifies.
Yes.
So remember, I said that a mindset is the lens that you use to view the world. And money is part of the things that we interact with in the world. So how do you look at money? Is it microscopic? So microscopic is equal to scarcity, because it's small, tiny. You know, have you ever looked at things in the microscope? Yeah. They are so small, and that's how you're looking at it. But it's important for people to have a bird's eye view where you're looking at things with a wider lens, with a magnifying glass, so that even just the way you're going now to act towards money or how you're going to steward money, then it means that you have to steward it in the way that it brings you, it gives you abundance. Yeah, I think let me just leave it.
I know you can help pick it up. Interesting conversation, and what you have just brought about to my side, obviously, it's taking me way back, and the power of mindset. You have both raised something interesting: positivity, magnifying glass, or magnifying something, a little thing, and magnifying it. This marries into entrepreneurship. Way back, the way I was raised, the way I was brought up, what I was introduced to, what I was taught, has made me to believe in a certain way and how I'll look at money. Now, when you advance and grow and reach a certain age, you find this word of entrepreneurship. But there is this that has always a big part of you. I'm thinking, then how am I going to move from that mindset of looking at money under a view of scarcity? I will not have enough.
You see, when you're an entrepreneur, you're into entrepreneurship to, make a profit. That means that you're into whatever it is that you're doing to increase, your cash flow. So if you're going to go into a business with the mindset of saying, you know what, I don't really have enough, so I can't start this business. Already you're telling yourself that, or if you're speaking to me, I'll be looking at you and saying, this person is not understanding what they should be getting into, because if you're going into entrepreneurship, you're going into multiply to increase, because if you had everything, why are you going into entrepreneurship? So the least you can do is work on your mind and understand that on every journey, I mean, just like life, we've never been into tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a new thing, right? Entrepreneurship also. Actually, you'll find that the attitudes, the patterns of tomorrow, we don't really know them. We don't really know what attitude we'll have to carry, to tomorrow. But then here's today. So I'm going to live today in preparation for tomorrow to get better. So you're going to go into business like entrepreneurship, with the hopes and trust and belief and input that whatever it is that you have, no matter how little, it's going to multiply.
Yeah, interesting.
So there's nothing like, oh, okay, scarcity, not enough. No, I'm not starting this business because, no.
You know what, Moses? I like the point that Inonge has brought out. And I like to actually tell people that don't reduce the size of your dreams to the size of the current resources. So don't reduce the size of your dream to the size of your current resources. What that means is that we need to learn to start small. Rome was not built in a day. We hear, we hear sayings like that. Rome was not built in a day. What does it mean? Yes, when you look at Rome today, it's a beautiful city. Beautiful city with magnificent buildings, beautiful paintings, by the way. But that was not built in a day. So this is what we are talking about. Don't shrink your dreams to fit today's resources. No, don't. Because the life is about growth. There is a process, and you need to build capacity, by the way. I was sharing with my family yesterday. I was telling them about capacity, that you see, you can never hold something big if you don't have the capacity. Now, capacity is built. Capacity, that's why they say build capacity. You build capacity for certain things. So when you are starting as an entrepreneur, you're not just going to start as a billionaire. No, it's not going to work like that. You have to learn to start small, and then you begin to build the muscle for it so that you may build capacity. So building capacity can be likened or can be akin to building muscles. You start small. You can't just become a bodybuilder with, big muscles. You know what I mean? You just overnight. No, it doesn't work like that. But you still have it when you start going to the gym. the vision that you have is for you to have to have these muscles, to have the Ben 10 kind of package. That's and when you enter the gym, this is how you look at yourself. You have this nice, the nice chest and then the nice Ben 10 pack. You get? Yeah. So that's how you look at it. But meanwhile, when you have just entered there, you don't even know. You haven't even gained a single muscle. You haven't even built, apart from just the normal muscles that we have. Yeah. The natural muscles that we have. When you go in there, you can't even, the first day, you can't even lift even a 10 kg, of weight. Yes. But over time, as you practice, you realize that that's how entrepreneurship works. Yeah. Wow. You will not make the profit there and then. You have to learn the ropes. Just like when we went to school, our children would say, when let me just give an example of kids that when they first attend kindergarten, what happens? You ask them, can you write? They'll say it can't. The pen can't. Yes. Now, Moses, where you are now, are you not able to write?
Transformational Surge, it is, and of course, a mindset before money, the inner work of an entrepreneur. Are you an entrepreneur? That calls resilience, that calls solving things creatively, that solves, of course, an idea of bringing about solutions. We are diving into something that is really interesting now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. She is an entrepreneur, diverse, of course, with a whole lot of knowledge around entrepreneurship in itself. We talked about scarcity, we talked about, in fact, one thing that she raised, vision. My question all the time is, how do we even miss that?
First and foremost, I want to get you very clearly. You're talking about a vision, right?
Yes, a vision.
You're saying
you have a vision in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
This is what I want to do. This is where I'm going to arrive at. She raised something interesting, like you want it to happen then. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What leads obviously to a person to miss what their way? Their way, like what they have been seeing all the time.
Okay, so it's many factors actually. Some factors could actually be beyond one's control. Yeah, certain times life happens, and when it does happen, some people don't know how to navigate life. But then there's also certain visions that come up impulsively. Maybe because you just had a conversation with a friend, maybe because you have seen somebody doing something. And I think this is the trend that I've noticed in Zambia, where when somebody sees someone thriving in a business, they'll also want to undertake it. For instance, the clothing industry, that's an industry I've been in for quite some time. And then you find that just because somebody sees Inonge looking good, smelling good, driving a good car, and looking as though she has money, then they go like, you know what? I also want to do that business because I think Inonge is actually making it in that business. And so without a vision, they jump in. And then when they realize that in the clothing industry, actually, maybe from the money that you invested, you're making 10% and it's not adding up, to what they thought, they back out. So what's the difference between the person that's backed out and the person that's still in and actually thriving? It's the vision, you see, because the vision keeps you going. It's driving you, the momentum. It gives you the discipline because you know where you want to get. So now, if you're an entrepreneur that just goes into the business because somebody has told you that, you can go into this business, it becomes a problem. But then also, it's about purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, it's also about purpose. I think Dr. Maureen speaks very well to that.
I know. Before obviously she comes in, let me say this. Never judge a person by their success. Judge them based on what they had to go through to arrive at that success. She can talk about purpose.
Before I talk about purpose, I just want to pick it up from where Inonge just mentioned that, you may see somebody, you copy. So me, I want to call it borrowed vision. When you borrow a vision and it's not coming from you, because vision must be birthed. It can be inspired by what's going on around you, but it's something that it has to be birthed so that you can own it. Now, when you borrow something, you even know that it's not yours. Should anything happen, what happens? Should anything happen, Moses, what happens is that you just let go. But if you have birthed it, it's like your child. When you birth a child, you take care of it. It's you who has birthed that thing. It is you who has birthed that vision. So you will not run away from it. You will hold on to it. You will not shift. You will not shift, you hold on to the vision. So that is the reason why you find that some people, because they have borrowed the vision, it is not theirs. And then when something goes wrong, or maybe immediately they are hit, with the shocks of the vision or the shocks, then you find that somebody, the entrepreneurship, you cut. You go to another one, so they'll be shifting. Now, when it comes to purpose, one thing...
Maureen, before you just go further, I would like to attribute something to what you just said, borrowed vision. I like that term. You know what? If you're an entrepreneur or you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to understand that it is not always that you're going to have the vision.
Yes.
You can be a supporter to somebody that carries the vision.
Exactly.
Yeah. So entrepreneurship goes in different routes. You don't have to be the one with the borrowed vision. You can support the person that has a vision and grow from there.
So it's a lesson to learn. Not obviously because you have seen Dr. Maureen, Inonge is doing this, then I am going to do it. But you have to learn. I saw something like you need to master the art before anything. You need to live that before anything. And I think practically it works well.
Yeah, actually I agree with you. I think that is where the concept of apprenticeship comes from. Yes. Where you learn under somebody. You learn and you work. It works well like that. Then you begin to build the muscle. You learn how it is done. Let me just take you maybe, quickly to David. David was anointed king, right? I'm using a biblical example. He was anointed king when he was 17. Yes. And then he only assumed the kingship when he was 37. He had to work for Saul. Why do you think he had to work for Saul? He needed to learn how the palace operates. He needed to understand the protocols of palace, the protocols of the palace. He needed to understand governance. How does it work? So, he was there working under King Saul. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it works. Now, let me just quickly, because I know we are running out of time, address the issue of purpose. Now, I'll tell you one thing. People think that purpose is just something that you just see. No. Me, one thing I've come to realize about purpose, how you actually even discover purpose, is through faithfulness and obedience. When you're obedient to small things, when you're given an assignment and you execute it obediently and faithfully, you are diligent at it, believe you me, you'll be able to discover your purpose. So purpose is discovered in little things that we do. If you are able to do small things, manage them responsibly, dedicatedly, and then you are faithful to any assignment that you are given, in that you'll be able to discover purpose. Because a lot of people ask, how do I discover my purpose? First, be diligent and faithful at what you are given.
Yes.
We'll talk about it, in the other episodes, but I'm just trying to tell you that, you ask, I want to know what my purpose is. I give you, sweep the house. Be faithful at it. In so doing, you'll be discovering purpose. But if you're not going to be faithful at it, you will not learn. So purpose goes with diligence, faithfulness, and obedience. 3 things.
I always say faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. And of course, hearing. There's nothing else. If you're not going to hear and hear and hear, you will not obviously be as faithful as possible. And time is not the best friend, but what I'm going to do, what could be the lesson that we go today from you before we go to Dr. Maureen?
I think I'll just grab a lesson from Dr. Maureen, Borrowed Vision. So if you are an entrepreneur and you've gotten into a business just because somebody else is doing it, you have to understand that, like David learned through Saul, it's okay to go and learn from somebody else, or just even partner with that other person. So you don't always have to be the mother of the vision in order for you to excel in entrepreneurship.
Well, so for me, I just want to encourage the entrepreneurs out there that you don't have to start big. Don't shrink your dream to the current resources that you have. Start small and then begin to build capacity for you to be able to hold something big. I cannot just get a 25 kg of bag of mealie meal and then place it on a 500 grams of bottle. It will not be able to sustain it. That's what I'm talking about. So I believe that's food for thought, right? 25 kg versus 500 grams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, it is about attitude, belief, and of course, mindset. As we were obviously looking at mindset before money, the inner work of entrepreneurship, creativity, resilience. Think about on how you're going to bring those solving-oriented solutions. This is Transformational Surge. We give you everything. Make a date for another exciting episode.